last bit of water. Alright. That last bit of water. Alright. Apologies for that. And we're just going to jump right into it as soon as I'm done sending out the invites. Alright. Oh, hi there. Wow, you were really fast on that. Hello. What I'm doing is I'll be improving myself. And I guess I mean that both in a digital and in a physical sense. I guess the long-term messages, like we should all be doing that every day. But yeah. These textures are looking kind of sweet, no? Like, all this stuff. Not too bad. This is what we got going on. Hold on. Hello. Hey, chat. How's it going? As you can see, we've been keeping busy. Look at that. See, look at this is like some basic stuff that I have on me right now. Just to give an idea, like, you know, ooh, someone painted a line the color yellow, ooh. But you see, like, there's like some intention, I guess, here. Someone wanted to be like, oh yeah, use that specific color pattern. What do you mean lies? Everything that I've said at this point is nothing but truths. I don't know why the sensor's detecting my headset as like my arm. So if I ever just like look like I'm going for a drink or something, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So what coolers? I don't know what you mean. Oh yeah, ignore this because you're not meant to see the bottom part of the character. Like, maybe at some point, I'll develop on something that's, you know, that you can see, but like, you're only ever meant to see the torso. Yeah. You should put red and black, though it's a good combination of colors, I agree. White and gold, yellow gold, I guess you could say, has always been my my flagship colors. Bro, they are chicken legs, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of silly, and they look all wrinkly. They look like, and for some reason, that red right there, that looks like that's only there to indicate if a mask is using. You'll see what I mean by a mask later. It looks so weird. Like this man has gone through some significant things. Like this guy just got Anakin Skywalker type of deal. Again, you're not meant to see all that. This type of thing happens all the time. You know, in VFX, where it's just kind of like you cut corners because, like, you know, animation does this all the time, especially like in Disney with the animation, where they really like break the model, the rig, and they really just take it to an extreme. Yeah, you think it's blood, right? It just looks so weird. I'm just gonna like remove that, try to see where that's coming from. But yeah, as you can see, like that same thing is corresponding to like the damaged edges that we got going on here. This is the whole structure that we got going on, and it's a lot of folders because it's been a hierarchy, like this new workflow, just to basically really be in control of everything. So we've been keeping busy. You know, gauntlets. Hold on. It's looking like I can actually show it off. You know, like from the actual games type of stuff. But granted, I have to like continue working on it. So as we were, and I hope that you enjoy this process. Get onto music because I certainly can't during the streaming as it is. At some point, I have like the my hand is just going crazy. I have to speak with my hands dedicatedly. I would suggest a better selection of words. If I know what you mean, but I recommend a better selection of words. If I were you. It looks like a model. It is a 3D model. So you're right. Where was I? Yeah, that's where I was. Triangle, square. There's this. I kept busy. I more or less remember this. But yeah, the idea is like to, I know what you mean, is to give it more edge aware would be the right use of words. Where you would see like more crevices like here and there. I'll be adding that as we move on. In fact, I guess you're kind of right. Why don't we just kind of like have some fun with the detail? Because that's what you're seeing already right here. It's the roughness. There you go. There's that. So what we could do, I'm tempted to duplicate it, but I don't think it works like that. And I'm curious to see what generator we could use. Smart masks. This is our palette. Can just go on for days, like for selection, but most of it is kind of like the same. Painted old. Rust ground, that's too much. Stain scratch. That'll do. I'll actually just wait for that. So ideally, what would happen is that I would create another fill, I presume. Add fill. Actually, yeah, let's see what happens if I do that. Alpha. No, that's not it. I think it's this one. No. Because we're on the paint. Neither. What can we use then? Middle edge. Because this is what we already got going on. curvature. Use this as a mask. Need to do that on a different layer. That kind of screwed me over. Compare mask generator. It wouldn't be any different, methinks. Distance. Chair planar position. I guess we could just add some fiberglass. So we have a little bit more of that. Have control of the range. That's too much. Probably leave that there, that's not too bad. So that's still showing up with that red. Okay. Some parts we could just like ease it off because it's a little intense there. I wonder if I can reduce the size of it. Smoothness. Yeah, it's like showing up in places where it shouldn't be. There you go. Naming is important, especially at this point that I've been a little bit lax with it. Let's get a paintbrush out and really make sure that we make the best of this. Flip. That's not it. Do I know where it's at? I guess I do have it set as a paint layer. As we were, I suppose. Granted, we're not supposed to see this. Let's create a new layer. Paint all this shit out of the way. distracting. Okay. I'd add like a normal map here to make it have a nice texture. That's me being lazy, wanting to be like, no one's gonna see it. Man's got a bloody back. His hands need to be cleaned up a little bit more. Okay, now we have made sure that the mask, or at least that this is our warning red to make, indicating that there is a missing spot left to be painted. So let's look. I know I'll be having to like do some of the finer painting when it comes to this because it's like too generic, too basic. But I want to dedicate some time to this because it's looking very rough. And the reason why it looks so warped and wrinkly like that is probably because we have a height map running on it. And also it doesn't help the fact that it has a lower resolution now. So we're going to see where, if we can make that look any better. Also, I'm not really satisfied with that shade and roughness for the brass, for the bullets and the shells. I'm gonna leave that there because each of these folders, it's a headache. You see, I made a mistake here. This should be named. What is this? That's why naming is like key. Nah, this is emissives. I should name it. Shields, let's call it. Shields, actually. Because apparently this is like within the same hierarchy. So we have to respect it. Because I'm following that train of thought. But yeah, we got a folder here focusing on that cool effect. This is not final, but it's a step up as to currently what I currently have. Can my hands stop just being like, hi, welcome to McDonald's, can I take your order? Like, come on, bro. Just, there you go. My mic isn't the head, my left arm, bro. Come on. But yeah, with this method, I'm having some fun doing texture details like this. That was super easy and very basic. It's actually kind of shameful how easy that was. I still have to find a way how to get these stupid masks to work. I don't like it when it does that. It's a bad idea. And this could always have some love too. Damn. Where do I want to tackle? This looks so basic, like I could just... Hold on. Shields, I was just here. So, considering that was... that... No, I did do the right thing. Or did I? No, I did not. I did not do the right thing. There you go. Nice. Shields. Cool. Actually, it's the other way around. Technically emissive. Cool. That's what we want. And with that, it should be in its own folder. That's the problem, even though it works. So we're just going to click here, do that. Make sure I don't miss it. I like when you call me señorita. Exactamente. Oh my god. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué tal? Está buena la rolita. Si la tiene puesta, pues continúala. Let's see, where was I? This is color. I didn't like what I did. Let's do Control X. Do a folder. Do that. Nice. Big brain power. Again, this should be named emissive, technically speaking. HGT for height. This is what gives us like level value. Let me see how I'm able to cheat that. If I add a fill, because we already have our mask here, right? So in theory, indeed it works. Nice. It's the small things that count. Things like that. So it doesn't seem like it's just like painted on, you know, it makes it seem like in the end it's actual part of it, but we could always take it a step further. I want to see if I could do the following, which would imply a black mask. I would do, I want to say, I can't be a generator. Fill. Let's have fun with a fill. So now it's at 50%. We can control the opacity. I'm on the I'm on that. I want to be on this. My bad. There you go. Black mask birdie. Thank you. And more dot. Let's go with dot. In alphas. Let's do that. How do I want to go about this? I really don't know. But it's a cool idea nonetheless. We're going to try out if I... You see what I'm trying to do? I lose so much texture detail. It's like, it's not worth it. 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 I don't know why I even bothered. It's too low of resolution. Let's go here. Why is the detection like this? I have to keep my hands forth. You know, make sure I'm doing my VRM reps. What the hell? I actually think it's kind of funny if I do this. Hold on. I'll like be a perspective with you guys. Oh my god, never mind. You get to see it this side, which is so awful. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Why do I do this? Why? I have to recalibrate it. Hold on a moment. Testing. Testing, testing, as if it's gotta do anything with audio. I'm so fucking brilliant. It's still picking up on the mic, like, no matter what I do. That's upsetting. Yeah, I have a dream. Or I had a dream, rather. There you go. It's not working! Anyways. Nice. That'll work. If you get it, you get it. That's not it. Rivets, cloth. I think that would definitely have to be within. If I open the armor. Visor. Yep, that's that. Nogs, Hype Blast. I just made up a word there. I don't even know what I just said. We're gonna have some fun. And it really depends on what kind of reference I go about an ammo pouch, because this could be like some type of leather. You can make it look all baggy and like curve out. We're gonna have some fun with this. Let's take some artistic liberties here, see what we can muster. If if need be. Anyways, enough yapping. Y vámonos. Pouch. Creases. That's gotta be a better word. Or like seams, maybe that's a better word, but let's just rock with it. Size. Set that spacing to 1. It's one of my favorite tools. Because it has its great moments and its bad moments. The hell, man? You gotta make me look bad. It's like it's trying to avoid it. And then you dodge. What happens if I... What? That's never happened. It's because the spacing is off. Interesting. Okay. That'll fix some dimensions, some volume. Let's get some of that going on over here. Evidently, I think I should take the details down here. Whoops. Come to problems like this. This is certainly a method of going about it. Not smart, but definitely a method. I think I would rather find another way of going about it, but I think this is something to start from. Because I'm thinking about something leathery, you know, pouchy, like flexible. It can fit like about a Stan Ag magazine, I guess, equivalent in practice. To be like about there. More like that. Alright, that's okay. Those would be the indentations. And I'd like for it to be like each one has like 2 buttons. 1, 2. And there's like a little thing that's like, you know, some detail that gives the idea that it's like overlapping. I think it'd be pretty cool. How do we go about that is a good question. I admit, I think it might have to be solved with the following. This is gonna so backfire, but I need to test it out. Yes. Rectangle. Probably do that. I think this'll do. Let's like start off. Yeah, I think I got the idea right. I was just in doubt, but let me see. How does it work, you ask? It's because it doesn't. What if? No, son, it don't work like that. It don't do it. It don't do it. It simply don't do it. We'll keep this idea. We'll sit on it. Just don't have to redo it. Because I'm thinking I could do a paint layer. Nothing's stopping me from just doing that, I suppose. That's the one. Thought I told you that's not what I want. Something's definitely happening, which is great. Good. Progress. Control that size. Have that up to here. But the problem is it's not creating a bump. It's just killing the detail, which, again, it's not what we want. We want it to kind of like take over and add on. What if but it has to be done through a mask. Fuck. What do you do, my friend? Call me stumped. Let's not mess with this. Let's bring it down to the basics. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Something's happening over there. It's not behaving the way I would have anticipated it to be. So maybe I was onto something here. Maybe what I could end up doing is just paste into the mask. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I just did, but I copied all the masks from here to here. Ooh, that might hurt. That might hurt. What am I trying to achieve? Okay. Yeah, alright, buddy. Sure. Okay, I believe you. Okay. We start from the basics. We have that. Let's get that out of the way. I want a bump. Can I have that? If I guess, look at the height, I don't know. Oh my sweet heavens. Let's use this. It's doing the opposite of what I want. Again, path trace is always fun for certain things, but not everything. Let's just paint. But it's like revealing, bro. I'm not even like on that. Shh. This eludes me. Just use a fill. It's the same thing. I accomplished the same thing that this thing did. but I just want it. Okay. There it's overlapping, as we can see. We've done it. Okay. The right idea. We now need this pattern Jueputa. My bad. This is gonna bite me in the ass, bro. Also, this is so much to go. Look at this, man. Do you see like how it's so easy to fall into the trap? Okay. So let's delete that. Confirm it works. Alright. We're gonna have it follow path. See if that gets us where we want it to be. I'm purely messing around. This does not work in my favor because it does not follow the symmetry of the world, I guess, in the way that I UV'd it, because it is this. I guess it's not at a perfect 90 degrees. So it'll look all fucky. This is why the path traces. I started this. Yep, that sounds about right. That really do sound about right. And I just need to like guide it. But before, let me like. Alright. It's kind of weird. But we'll like roll with it. I swear there's gotta be a better way to go about this. Okay. Okay. Now, having that, oh my god. I am a genius. More so the person who showed me this is a genius. Holy crap. Monkey stronger together. Monkey better together. Yeah! Let's go. We got that. We're in the right track. We're faking detail. So now we can add some extra. No, this looks weird. I know I have to change that. So now we can add some like leather detail and creases into here. Make it look like some I don't know why, but like in the concepts and the armor, it's like fine leather is what I assume it to look like. I don't know why I call it that. It's not. I couldn't even put it into words. But it doesn't seem like it's a solid material either. Like a hard metal. I would show you a reference actually. Let's see if I can pull up. I'll have to change displays for a moment. And be really careful of what I do right here because it can be really dangerous. Two. Let's do oh no. Open, copy. What would happen if I save this? I guess I could just have it to my desktop. So much to show a piece of reference. I know, it's silly. But it's so you can understand what I'm trying to go for. Alright, OBS, where you are. No, that's water though. I scared you? How did I scare you? I'm so sorry. Yeah, holy crap, that could have gone by fast. But yeah, this is what I mean. The ammo pouch, you see the folds? You can't see. Oh, wait. I haven't even said it. Whoa. How does it look in stream? Can you see my cursor? Anyways, you can tell the pouch and the bottom section, it seems like there's some folds, like it's some kind of fabric, some kind of burlap. I don't think it's burlap. I think it's, because it's shiny too, right? It's and it's not perfectly symmetrical. I used to think at one point, and I still made that mistake just now, where I think like both the central pouches are like the same width, but they're not. So it seems like there's three on the right side, three pouches on the right, and then two. Unless if that was like some kind of mistake, I don't think it to be the case, because in my mind I would think the three pouches on the right would be for like pistol ammo, and the other ones on the left would be for like AR. Anyways, I'm overthinking this. This is completely irrelevant for a piece of armor detail that it's not going to even be seen. But it matters to me. Thank you for joining me in my TED Talk. That's currently where I'm at. So I'm just going to try to imitate that, whatever the flip that is. You're going to be like, you know, what material is that? And I'm like, it's unobtainium. Yeah. If you know, you know. Anyways. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. My brain is just settling from that. It's this one. Again, thank goodness this part, it's not going to be seen, but it's just kind of like for sanity's sake, you know, as to what's being worked here. And it's so weird that it veers off like that. I wish that this tool performed better in never mind, the user needs to be better. But still, this could be tighter. Like, you could do like a complete 90 angle, that'd be great. But you can see it's got a curve to it. Not a fan. But I like this tool nonetheless. That's something that could probably be adjusted later. Probably. Boom. Okay. We got that out of the way. Let's go into the rivets and actually paint some rivets here. Because I think that this is placed for that guy. What? I don't even know what's going on here. It's controlling this. I have an idea what's going on here now. It's because it's a folder. Height, roughness, metal rivets, color. So I have everything to do this kind of pattern, which in good better detail would be like tiny circular little things like meant to like nail down. So to give illustration, in the mask, what did I do here? I think what I did was in fact a path tool. That right there. We're gonna follow suit, except not precisely on that one, but boom and boom. Very nice. We're gonna adjust the size on it. That's fine. We have an extra one in there, but that's why we changed the spacing for. Wee bit. Nice. You see, and we didn't have to do anything, because that preset, that kind of task of creating a circular little thingamabob is already done. So like, already the work is done. It's just kind of like filling in the gaps. This kind of workflow, the friend told me, is kind of like you're sculpting backwards and forwards at the same time. It is so weird. That's why you see me going through the folders as to like, I know I did something here, I just can't remember exactly, and I have to turn off layers and folders to indicate what's going on. That's kind of like the best way to go about it. Fingers are cold. Oops. Let's bring that guy right there. Move him over there. And I know that I can like make a secondary normal map for this that actually like gives more detail, because now it just seems like it's still kind of cartoony compared to the one that I currently have on me. But I can make it look a little better. Just give me time. You just gotta give me time. And increase that spacing some more. Oh Lord. Can it go even further beyond 450? Yes, it can. If Goku has taught me anything, is that we could always take it further beyond. Don't let your dreams be memes. It'd be cool. It would be kind of cool if this like followed a nice little curve. See if I could just raise this up a bit. Make it look a little bit intentional instead of placed. You know what I mean? You can always increase the spacing that. Okay. And as you know, I didn't have symmetry enabled the entire damn time. So I have to do all this all over again. I'm kidding. We can fix that. You just click on the bevel line. Not the bevel. This is called a Bezier curve, technically speaking. And voila. Oh, magique. It is done. Ta-da. Nice. Okay. That was thy rivets. Riveting. Splendid. Please subscribe if you like that pun. I think it was pretty neat. Excuse me. What are we doing now? What are we doing indeed? So what I'm going to call this is pouch 2. I really don't know how this worked, but I'm not one to ask questions. You know, if it works, it works. And if it presents itself as a problem later on, well, we'll deal with it. What are we gonna do again, Chief? We'll guess the flip what? Another folder. Is that... Yeah, we're good. Height. Pouch. Var, as in variation. We shall do a black mask. And here we shall do a fill that only affects the height. This will be our slider. We'll do that. And this could be anything. We could either use a generator or a fill. I think we should have fun with a fill. And select that. Let's do cloth fold. Let's do something light. I don't think it'll look well considering that the back looks a little bit similar, but we'll see. Oh, what's this? This might work. You're not seeing it, unfortunately, but this might work. Hold on. Well, that's different. Copy mask, paste into mask. Okay, so it should just be affecting this, nothing else. From the looks of it. Let's do... Sorry I'm so staggered, I'm just trying to make sure that the next, like, it's not like the computer will explode, hopefully, but it is just kind of like a moment of just like thinking, like, would this work? It's affecting everything, which is what we don't want. I want it to be affecting just this. So, in that respect, what I shall do is create this. It's a black one. Hold on, let me clear the mask. Nice. Add the paint. Flip. What am I doing? What's that? No, yeah, I have the right idea. Hopefully that, yes, it did detect it. You can tell because I'm using this as my reference. You can see that it did change. So we should be okay. And in addition to that, since that's the range, we'll just call it this. var base. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. Solo suavecito, caliéntame un poquito. Alright. See you in a bit. All good. Black mask. Add the fill. There's that. I lost my marbles. Contrast. So it is working. Okay. It's looking kind of interesting, and like you can see the topology. Not exactly ideal, to be honest with you. Opa! That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Oh, baby, a triple! Yeah! We'll do it. Oh my god, no. And within the same mask folder, detail, I guess you could say, because I want a nice leather pattern to go with it. Let's do that. It's already linear, which is pretty nice. Save all of this, we only want that. Have that in black. And then we're gonna add another fill. Leather. Grunge. I like this one. This could be a good one. What's this one? Sir? Are you gonna show me your secrets? Let's do this one. I'm sorry you can't see all the menus, unfortunately. Excuse me. Why? Keep it light. Oh, but it affects this. I don't like that. So we're gonna take. Oh, it'd be so cool if we could copy. That's okay. Paint. We'll just paint that out, it's fine. Grid symmetry's on. And I wonder how this is going to behave because I'm actually thinking about it. And these should be popping out, not creasing inwards, technically speaking. The simple fact that but it still looks okay. Just not great. Not exactly clean, to be honest with you. We're gonna see how this pays off. Because this is the rivet. At some point, all of this will have to be properly masked accordingly. Lol. Have that at the top. There's that one for these guys. Let's take it back here, shall we? Rivets. Do that. That does that. But what I also want is a linear dodge. I want this to be specific. So we'll want that to pop out instead. Make it marginally larger. Because it's like, I can't copy these patterns, unfortunately. Actually, the headache is beginning. Pouch. Coal black, tricolor. Oops, my bad. Damn. It's under rivets. That was under the wrong one. Height rivets. Paint. Have this tool open. Okay, let's copy this. Copy this effect. Have it pasted into should be here. Yeah. Subtract. Size. Not as curious, to be honest with you. I want it to pop though. It's good to know that works. Because I guess I need to build another folder. Because I was just wanting to avoid the folders and folders and folders and folders of this. Let me paste this mask. Or never mind. Copy mask. Add black mask. Paste into mask. That would be that. Okay. I'm gonna go to rivets again. Copy effects. Here we're gonna paste that. Right here. Paste effect. Do a fill. Just because, man, like, it really needs to get to this point where, like, I can successfully say I know how to do this. Say screen it. Oh. Subtract. Linear. Difference. Exclusion. Sign addition. That doesn't do it. Overlay. Multiply. Divide. Inverse. Flip. Because all this is under armor, under the overall base color. This is truly the journey. What if? Okay. Not bad. I want to keep it like that. Actually, I'm going to save. Whew. It looks so rough here. Look at that anti-aliasing. I wonder if I can blur this out a bit. It's a little bit better. I have to erase that. I'll be finessing this at a time. I just have to going by each layer and working it out. I just okay. There you go. This needs to be mesh select, so let's see if I... Hell yeah, brother. Big brain power. We've effectively handled the headache later on, I think. Oh, man. Whew. Some crazy ass work done today. This could always be better. Alright. my god, that's the folder structure, alright. Okay. It didn't explode. That's weird. Another paint. I'll be additive. There you go. Looks more legit. Instead of it looking all weird like that. Now we just need to give some variation deformity here. So in doing so, I'm going to follow the same structure. There's that. I will add a black mask. This fill will have only height associated with it. This will have a fill. This will have grunge. Something with visible variety. I'm thinking this would do the trick. That's looking pretty solid. Let's do that. That looks pretty cool. It's like blasted, impacted, and like melted, right? But like, what if we like, ooh, that actually looks much better. Much, much, much better. I'll finesse it a bit more. Just having it like that. Okay, cool. Let's have the paintbrush. That one. 2, 5, 1. It's like it wants to do it, but not. Interesting. That's good. That's pretty much what I wanted. Like a nice impression would be nice. And it's got fucking symmetry enabled. Damn it. Alright. But instead, this time it's going to be called it'll like be, I guess we can have this version, copy it, paste it, send it in, and this one would be the base. So we don't need to add a mask, it'll just be a fill with metal enabled, set to 1. Nice. Now it looks like an actual burn. Burn, baby, burn. And I can just like do another pattern of that. It's like, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's do another one. Of the fill. Have it so only affects metal, of course. Let's add another fill flipping mask. Add some grunge to that. Blast points. That's pretty good. Oh, you hear that? Arms of... That's the sound of arm stretching. And like, what happens if I... Concha de la madre. Have this take precedence over. And then I could even like, if I want to like duplicate it, it'll be set to linear dodge, and it's like a variation of it, like a tiny little add-on. But just enough to make out like it's a different pattern. Put it that way. Can paint some burning on that, and the smoke secondary mask. A smoke secondary. When you say smoke, I feel like, oh, yeah, because I guess there would be like residue, like gray darkened marks from like the airlift, so like there'd be like stains on the white, correct? I think that's what you mean. So that's not like this sudden contrast from blast to white. right? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Does this thing even work? Ooh. Hey! Yeah, I think that's probably what you're referring to. Is just like I can add like a paint layer over this. Is the no me gusta. And it does control only this. Damn, what the fuck? I feel like that I have to take part over here in armor. First of all, save. Excuse me. Yeah, I like this part. It's looking pretty nice. Team Marín de Dopingüe, Cucurama Cratiter fue este pingüino cochino. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like regroup from where I was. I'm totally not going crazy. This file structure has me crazy. What was the... Okay, I remember now. No, I'm not crazy. You are. No, what am I doing? This would be the fill. Such a silly goose. Let's just do red. Oh my god, he's bleeding! He's fine. He'll be okay. Are you... Do you notice? Notice me! Notice me! Ah. Now, what if... I thought like a multiply would look pretty cool on that, but it's not that much different to be honest with you. I think I'll probably do it like a shade darker. And I would adjust... Since it did do a paint, what I would do is a levels. Or like a blur, I guess, could go with it. And have that like bleed into this. And you're referring to like I still did the same mistake. I was supposed to create a folder in here. Yes, this specific shade of black. What happens if I do nothing? It doesn't matter. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And so we would do our changes to the bullet hole here. Right? So, in being the case, what I would do is create another folder. Emissive. I mean, it makes sense it's in here. So we'll call it emissive. We'll call it a fill. I don't know if that was the right way to go about it, but I guess we're gonna roll with it. I don't know. That was it. I guess it's already underneath here. Yeah. That looks to be the case. Okay, I just want to make sure. Create a black mask. Fill. Let's do something drastic as well. That'd be pretty violent. And we can adjust the tiling here at some point. But just to see how that goes. Live plasma burns, brother. Save it! What? Look at this! I'm done. Bro. What? Oh my god, bro, that looks cool already. Wait, this needs to be, like, any changes done here has to be done on the mask level, and I do mean has to. Ooh. I like 5.5. I like just 0.5. I don't know. I'm in love with this. This looks so cool. I want to keep it. Maybe what I could do is like add an overlay on it. Do another fill. Right? And do a subtract. And just kind of like mess with the tiling that way. That's some good range. But then like this, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like, and we can't just... But the thing is like, this low key, that's why it makes sense. I don't want to do any further edits. Other than just kind of like, I suppose I could just change the contrast. Give it some... Oh my god. Maybe... Alright, that'll do. I think this is a good spot to like be having this. Honest to God. Save it. You gotta save it. Oh my god. Well, we're closing in on a 2-hour streaming mark. What kind of edits? Because we can also have it like... This cloth is too perfect. It needs to be battered up. And it needs to match the rest of everything else. Yes, sir. You know it. Hold on. Damn it. I'm taking too long for this. It's not worth it no more, but I'll still try it. Well, it's as good as it gets. No response. But yeah. The possibilities are endless. I'm gonna add some like torn stuff because this could easily add in and like, you know, just like that'd be pretty cool. So why not just do that, my guy? height, roughness, color. Well, color is about to step aside, you see, and we're gonna do a little bit of. Et je pense que je voudrais utiliser un petit peu donc le tabernacle. Okay, let's go. Burn. Burn. I was about to say. Oh my god. The book. We can be a little bit bolder with that, to be honest with you. I guess we just go with pure black. Wow, it's actually like very docile, no? What about darken? You know, I think color burn, color dodge. Yeah, sure, right? Hard light. Linear tin saturation value. Value? Oopsie daisy. Darken. Lighten. Yeah, we can make it so that... Because now it just looks like a shadow. You know what I mean? Like, this needs to be torn. I think that's partial to the fact that... Let's do to my brush, I think. Let's see how that... Okay. Flip you then. What's this? Position. At a different angle, flow, size. Keep it like that, I guess. It's almost as if it doesn't do anything at all. You genius. How to make the burn burn. I don't like. Let's see how it looks when I add things like a grunge map or like something that makes it look like it's being eaten away at. So why is it here? There you go. Still, I'm impressed. That's like pitch flipping black, right? Ah, that should have been its own little Mascarino Sheddington. Actually, no. Well, I mean, it could be. Now. Hmm. Visibility's sake. And that's roughness. Lol. It doesn't work that way, does it? That'd be too easy. That'd be too easy indeed. So, let's go back to the cloth. Bring that folder into burn. Let's probably have it on top of all of this, right? And then we're going to do a black mask. We're going to have it in a specific spot, so it'll be white here. And we're going to paint this area to be the area of effect. Should update here. Should. Okay, well, I believe. There it is. So there's that. Then in there, we create another folder. This would be the coal. Right. Fill. Have that black. Cool. And since all that is underneath here, I think I might as well just go ahead, do the same thing here. Meetings, HGT. Multiply. It's excuse me. It's probably because it doesn't have like black mask. Fill grunge. Let's have this one. That's a good example. Sure it's doing something. Ooh. It is doing something, alright. Nice. Let's that tiling. Where is it? No, it's because I'm in the wrong one. It unfortunately takes away from this. There has to be something. I think this is already about like folder structure. This is where like we run into issues with folder priority. Where shall we proceed from here? What if? And I do say, what if? Okay. What if? And I do say, okay. Now let's bring in I guess another folder. HGT. Very nice. Yeah, it still affects it. Curious. Curious indeed. If I let it do pass through? No. Well, we'll have to leave that for another time, but this is looking splendid. We just hit the 2 hour and 5 minute streak. I'm looking a little scuffed right now. With better detail, that is. You know. Like, I can't wait to see what I look like with this great detail. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it because, like, this doesn't cut it. It'll do, but it won't cut it. So, that being said, thank you for joining me in the process of the creation of this character for VRM models. I hope that it is of use to anyone later down the line, whoever's creating their own production pipeline. This little sneak peek into it, unedited raw, and yeah, you're part of the learning process here. In case that this ever becomes something else in the future. But now we save, as we should proverbially go about. Farewell, till next time.